Guys, I'm going to talk a little bit today about my favourite nutritional product at the moment, which is Maurten. I've been using it for a couple of years and it's now my go-to for all races and training really. It comes as a drink mix sachet. There's a 320 and then a 120, which I don't have today, but I guess the 120 is for your smaller efforts. The 320 is the 320 calories. There's also a gel 100 calories. And then they've got a caffeine series now, so there's a caffeine gel and a caffeine drink mix. If you like to use caffeine during races as part of your nutrition strategy, these are quite good to have. My favourite is the 320. I use this in training but mostly during races. I think because I tend to only race in hot climates and deserts, I've somehow managed to never do a race in the UK in winter, probably through choice. I'll favour liquid-based calories because it's hot. I find it a lot easier to just constantly sip something, take it on board, and you're not thinking about it too much, whereas with a gel I find mentally quite tiring, constantly trying to remember to take it. So I'll take the drink mix, which is 320 calories and 80 grams of carbohydrate. It is pricey as a product or a brand, but when you think about what you get, which is probably 4 times the amount of carbohydrate to a normal gel and 3 times as many calories, I think it's actually quite good value for money. Comes as quite a big grainy powder. If you buy the box from XMiles, you'll get like a free shaker, which is really good because it does need a good shake because the granules are quite big. So I shake it up in here and then I'll transfer it to my Solomon soft flask. So 500 ml of water mixed with the sachet, and I'll probably carry one of these and one soft flask of water, and that would easily see me through a 3-hour run with no extra gel or anything. I think the reason that Maurten's got so popular is this innovative hydrogel technology that they have. I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not going to try and explain it, but from what I understand, when you drink the fluid and it hits your stomach, it reacts with acidity and turns into a gel, which helps it travel through your intestine without any GI issues. And I've been using it for 2 years and I've never had any sickness with it, pretty much. Another reason I think it's quite easy to stomach during races, it's completely flavourless. So where in a normal race, once you've had 7 of your salted caramel gel, you can experience some flavour fatigue along with sickness. With this, I find that the lack of flavour tends to help because I don't really get bored of it. That being said, in a race I will mix it up, so I'll do typically one of these with Maurten in 500 ml water, that's 320 calories, and I'll try and take one every 2 hours, and then to top that up I'll usually have some real food, a mixture of other gels, other brands of gels, as I said before, like flavour fatigue. I think in a race it's always good to have a mixture of brands in your nutrition strategy just in case you go off something or you can't take something in. So I probably have one of these every 2 hours. As I said, because you need to shake it kind of hard, it is difficult in races to work out how you're going to shake it up. So I'm talking about races over like 4 or 5 hours. If you've not got a crew who can make it for you, it's worth strategizing how you're going to mix the drink, get it in your flasks, because it's quite hard to do. I sometimes mix it up in bottles and put it in my drop bag. I have tried making it in the soft flask before, but you get kind of sticky residue at the bottom and it doesn't really work. So that's the only thing that I struggle with, is mixing it during long efforts. The final thing that I've noticed is this, unlike a lot of drink mixes, doesn't contain any electrolytes. I got these off XMiles. This is GU Electrolyte Capsules. You probably already know if you need electrolytes, if you've got a high sweat rate or a high sodium concentration in your sweat, or you get cramp. I don't have any of those issues, but in a long effort, like a 10-hour race or in a hot climate, I'll always take these as a precaution, and because you need to make sure you are topping those up. I also have the BCAA capsules from GU. Again, that's for longer efforts to help with muscle recovery and mental fatigue, and I'll take those before and after. That's kind of everything. If you want to give it a try, I think XMiles do the intro pack. You can get one of these, one of the other sachets, a gel and a shaker for like a tenner. Give it a go.